After 30 years, the methods of influencing the human subconsciousness and psyche are evolving in pace with new technologies. Decades ago, tragic events required the presence of trained agents, elements of communication, and physical contact. Today, influencing a person's subconscious can be achieved simply by controlling the information space, with agents insiders in the media, social networks, and the internet at large. It's enough to recall who owns a significant portion of the information space in Russia, and far beyond its borders, and who has an army of agents in various media outlets, governments, and security agencies around the world. The evident influence of Russian anti-cultists on European countries, America, and the UK is a well-established fact that speaks volumes. We witness the results of this influence every day. Just think of the recent tragedy in the UK and its aftermath. After the release of the Impact documentary and a detailed study of the topic of armed attacks among children, the Russian influence and disinformation that exacerbated the tragedy in Southport, England, takes on a whole new perspective. Following this tragedy, where 3 children died, and others, along with 2 adults, were seriously injured, anti-cult agents spread fake information with elements of manipulation on social media using anti-Islamic and anti-immigrant narratives. This disinformation triggered mass confrontations, which quickly escalated into widespread riots targeting Muslims. This topic has been thoroughly covered in several articles. Who is behind the terrorist attack at the Taylor Swift concert in Vienna? Anti-cultists planned assassination at Taylor Swift concert. Taylor Swift and World War III. Conclusion. The tragic epidemic of children's deaths around the world began in 1993, with the actions of American and Russian anti-cultists. Today, in 2024, it still continues with the same instigation by Russian anti-cultists. While the democratic world resists the expansion of totalitarianism, it is being undermined from within by the anti-cult agents of Ratseers, controlled by the secret Diveyevo Brotherhood. We now live in a world where American, British, European, and even Russian children are killing each other by the decisions of members of the secret order from Russian Diveyevo. The representatives of global anti-cultism are the ones who control human destinies and children's lives, deciding who should be imprisoned and who should be spared, not only in their own country, but also in others. Their power is so immense that they could easily stop a war, such as the one in the neighboring country of Ukraine. Yet for some reason they haven't. Watching the news reports on how the anti-cult conveyor of children's deaths operates and how yet another teenager victim of subliminal coding goes out and kills other children, one cannot but recall that somewhere in a parallel universe, on the Mount Olympus of these self-proclaimed gods, in the inner sanctum of the Fourth Reich, these anti-cultists, child murderers, are awarding each other medals and orders, reveling in their secret power, impunity, and delusional sense of being godlike. Today, the price of our children's lives, the price of innocent children's blood, is the order awarded to their agents for merits to Nazism.